Good morning, everybody. MG8591 Principles of Management, 4th year, 7th semester. Unit 1 Introduction to Management and Organization. Topic 4 Management Process. We go for a lesson, and before I have a problem, you can justify answer, and then some queries are available, and then show it. I can justify your answer. Davinter is a class 12th commerce student, is a repeated school in Punjab, and Sainter is a elder brother who is doing his master in hospital administration from Delhi. After completing his BSc course during vacation, when Sainter comes home, the Davinter shows him the business studies project that he is preparing on topic of principles of management, and scientists tell him that these principles also were part of MBA courses curriculum at beginners level as they form the core management in practices, but he find that these principles different from those of pure sciences. So this is a problem. So this is a problem statement. This is a query. So outline the concept of principles of management. Why does scientists find the principles of management different from those of the pure sciences? So justify your answer. So answer, the principles of management serves a broad and general guidelines for managerial decision making and decision making and action. So scientists find the principles of management different from those of pure and science because management principles are not rigid and as the principles of pure sciences. This is the due to the fact that they deal with the human behavior of this need to be applied and creatively in this light of given situations. This is the answer for the problem statement. The management process. So already you know, but problem statement give us just a justify answer, and we go for a management process. So before going to management process, I can show on video. After you can go to enter the lesson.
What do managers do? Well, the management process is an interrelated set of activities that are necessary for an organization to achieve its goals. Managers are involved in planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Now, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling doesn't happen in any kind of order. It happens all at once. So managers are constantly shifting gears back and forth between planning and leading and organizing and controlling, depending on what the need is at any given point in time to achieve the organization's goals. So management involves planning, organizing, leading, and controlling to achieve the organization's goals. Planning is determining what the organization needs to do and how best to get it done. So it starts with setting goals. Let's take a look at an example. Azim, Stephanie, Matt, and Alex are tired of the long winter. They decide they want to go on vacation. Their goal is to go on vacation. Well, where? That goal is a little bit vague. We need to be more specific in order to achieve results. Let's suppose they land on an objective. Hey guys, let's drive to Florida for spring break. Part of planning is how to best achieve the results. This route is not the best way to achieve the results. You need more specific detail. So let's suppose our group does plot out a more efficient route. What else do they need to do? Well, they need to add a little bit more detail to the plan. So Toronto to Fort Lauderdale is 2,400 kilometers. If they drive 100 kilometers an hour, they will arrive in 24 hours. So here's the plan. Meet at Matt's house on February 12th and leave at noon. That's pretty specific. Each of us will drive 4-hour shifts until we get there. We'll buy takeout food and coffee along the way, drink it in the car. We'll take quick washroom stops, and we will arrive at the hotel February 13th at noon. Organizing, deciding how to best use the resources, including people, in order to reach our goals. Let's take a look. So here's what everyone's going to do to help us get to Florida. We're going to take Azim's car. Azim's got to bring tunes. Stephanie will bring snacks, and she's going to navigate. Matt will reserve the hotel room and add comic relief. Alex will bring change for the toll booths and help keep us organized. Leading, guiding people to complete the tasks necessary to reach the organization's goals. Everyone needs to know what they need to do. Someone needs to follow up with them and keep the group motivated. Controlling. Controlling is monitoring our results, and then comparing actual performance against what we plan to accomplish. It involves asking questions such as, are we on track? What are we doing that works well? What's not working so well that's preventing us from achieving our objectives as we planned them? And how do we fix it? How do we get back on track? Let's suppose that the halfway point between Toronto and Fort Lauderdale is somewhere in North Carolina, 1,200 kilometers, and 12 hours later, that is where they should be according to the plan. But 12 hours into the drive, the group is only in West Virginia. They're 5 hours behind schedule. They should be in Charlotte. Why? Well, they determined that their breaks have been too long. It's put them behind schedule. So what options do they have to catch up, to achieve their objective of arriving in Fort Lauderdale by noon? Well, they could increase their speed to 150 kilometers per hour. They could change their objective slightly. They could continue to drive at 100 kilometers per hour, and instead of arriving in Fort Lauderdale at noon, arrive a bit later, 5 p.m. They'd have to shorten their breaks in order to reach that objective. So the entire drive down, the group is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling to achieve their objective. And they arrive in Fort Lauderdale and have a great vacation.
So let us continue my lesson. So you know about what is process manager. You know about anything. Let us continue our project. Process of management. Okay, this is a small example video to whatever you can implement your industry based on your goal. If you can implement it, for example, planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling, you can implement it and maintain in your industry or organization. You can achieve your good goal and achieve your profit. So this is a management process. We have follow some process in your sectors. So first one, behavioral school. The behavioral schools emerged partially because the classical approach did not achieve sufficient production and efficient and workplace of harmony. The manager frustration. The people did not always follow predicted or expected pattern of behavior. Thus, thus there was an increased interest in helping manager deal more effectively with the people, said the organization. The several theorists try to strengthen with the people side of organization the theory it inside the sociology and physiology of the system. The human relations of movements. The human relation is frequently used as a general term to describe the way in which manager interact with the employees. This is a behavioral school of human relations. For example, I am a manager. I am frustration. So suppose the top level, what happened? So this happens, sir. I tell you. So we can the work divided to subordinate and subordinate divided to the workers. The workers completed and after sent to your subordinate, the subordinate segregate the work and say to myself, after I have hand over to my management people. If it is accept, okay, I have received my rewards. So based on rewards or whatever may be. This happen in your industry for that one. Next one. So management process. When the employee management stimulated more and better work, the organization has more and better work, organization has effective human relations. When moral or efficiency deteriorate, human relations are said to be ineffective. Thus, the human relations movements arose from yearly attempts to systematically discover and social physiology factor that would create effective human reaction in the process of system. So this is a management. Next one is a contingency. Next one, contingency approaches. So contingency approaches sometimes called situation approaches. So situation approaches was developed by manager, consultant, and researchers who try to apply the concept of the major schools in the real life. For example, this is an independent variable and dependent variable. The situations are of organization, informal structure of organization, and behavior of member and efficiency of organization. If you fit or not, this is a process of a system. So as a manager, I have developed one situation. I receive one situation, immediately analyze and give the solution and rectify the solution and rectify the solution from worker side and subordinate side and myself. This is for contingency approach for in management process. Next one. This is contingency approaches when the method highly effective in one situation fail to work in other situation. They sought an explanation why, for example, did organization development work brilliantly in one situation and fail to miserably in another way, so that we can go for next one. So advocate of the contingency approaches as logical answer to such question. The result differ from the situation differ. The technique that work in cases will not work in others. According to the contingency technique, the manager job is to find which techniques will in a particular situation under the particular circumstance and at a particular time best contribute to attainment of management goal and where the workers need to be encouraged increasing productivity. For example, a classical theorist may describe a new work simplification schemes and behavior of scientists may instead of seek to create and physiology motivating climate and recommended. This is a contingency approaches. Next one, some approaches like job enrichment, combinations of tasks that are differ from responsibility, all the worker together, autonomy in making decision. But manager train and the contingency approaches will ask, which is tied to resources are limited. Work simplification could be the best solution. However, skilled workers driven by pride in the ability and job enrichment program might be more effective. The contingency approach represents an important turn in management theory, but it portal each set of organization relation in it is a unique circumstance. The next one, dynamic engagement approaches. This is a dynamic engagement. The first one is the first motivational, development, functional, instrumental, reciprocal, integral, and differential, and experimental, and emergent, and energy. These are dynamic engagement approaches in management process. So the view of that time and human relationship are forcing management to rethink the tradition approach in the face of constant rapid changes. The term dynamic engagement best express other vigorous way of today's most successful managers focus on human relationship and quickly adjusted to the changing the condition over time. The management has come limelight after 1990s. So some of you working in systematic approaches, some of you working in recent trend in management sector, you can take that one and implement your organization and achieve your goal and improve profit and improve your performance of your organization. This is the dynamic engagement approaches. Next one, activity. This is a list out of the management process approaches. Next, advantages, better planning, better organization and self-control, higher productivity, better appraisal of performance, executive development, and improvement of managing, clarity of organization role and structures. This is disadvantages, problem joint objective setting among unequals, problem of MBO being effective at the lowest level. It is difficult to implement in the situation of change, and resistance to adopt MBO techniques, poor planning, lack of training, limited application, inflexibility, and expenses of process. This is next one, assessment. So list out the advantage of management process, identify the disadvantages of management process. You can justify your answer. This is my references. Thank you.